Peace and blessings. This is Brother Sakim out here in beautiful Manhattan, New York. I just got finished recording a session with the ISUPK Hebrew Israelites, Captain Tazaryach, as a Christian brother, Dominican dude, comes and takes on the man they call the captain of the ISUPK. I ain't gonna say I agree with everything that the Hebrew Israelites say. You see what's on my hat, but I can say that this is my brother, and he is one of the coolest dudes that I met yet. I'm talking about, he's a real cool dude. So without further ado, we're gonna go in and watch the captain shred yet another opponent. Peace.
You still follow the white man's religion. You still follow the white man's politics. You follow the white man's philosophy. You know it's a white man's culture to celebrate 4th of July? What does that have to do with us? What was our position during the 4th of July when the rockets went clear? What was the black man's position? What was the Hispanic man's position? So what did now, in 2017, what is the black man's position? What is the Hispanic man's position? What, you lighting fireworks? Just because they took the chains off of your wrists, but still got the chains on your mind, you lighting fireworks in 2017, even though your condition ain't no different. Even though your condition is exactly the same as it was in 1776. Who's number one in the new slave house? Y'all know what the new slave house is? The prison system. The prison system is the new slave house for black people. And what do they do with that prison system? Y'all see that Whole Foods over there? Y'all know they employ inmates. They employ inmates to where, how much was it, Dr.? They pay inmates 70 cents a day. Whole Foods. Whole Foods. Whole Foods pay inmates 70 cents a day and make all the money off the new slave house. Ain't no difference. But we so enslaved. You have to look at the sign of the time. You have to look at the state of America right now. America is pushing for black people. You know what else I see? How many follow sports? Y'all see ESPN? Y'all see the new ESPN magazine?
No, I ain't do it.
They got Isaiah Thomas butt-ass naked on ESPN magazine. Not the old school Isaiah Thomas, the Isaiah Thomas that played for the Celtics.
Harlem, New York.
They got him in different positions.
Here filming the captain, Tazaryach.
Now they covering up
captain of the ISUPK.
But they got him full out dick. Because that's how they want black men to be. They had Serena Williams, what they got? Now, she got a right now. But they got Serena Williams naked as well. They got all of us naked because that is the new thing. To keep us in prison and to make us homosexual. That is the agenda of America in this place. Now we still, like we treat the white man. We treat the white man like he's Jesus Christ. That's what this cat is, right? This is the cat that they tell you is Jesus Christ. And all your life, you thought that when you prayed at night and said, now I lay me down to sleep, that this guy was going to save me. Did this guy ever save any black people? Did this guy ever redeem any black people? What's his name? Caesar Borgia is his name. Listen, they made a TV show about them. They called it the Borgias. It came on Showtime. The first crime family. And one of the greatest crimes they did was paint this image. And in the name of this image, look how sweet this bastard looks. Look how sweet this bastard looks. That's how sweet he looks. Now he come to you and they say God is all love and give you this image right here. Now what happens when they give you this image right here? You start thinking it might be some good white folk. Don't y'all all start thinking that? When y'all see this, read the scripture. When y'all see this image right here, all y'all think is it might be some good white people out there. Can y'all show me the good white people? There ain't no such thing as a good white man. But y'all all y'all. I don't necessarily mean everybody here. I'm talking about black people as a whole. Every black person this past Tuesday did what? Light fireworks, cookout, barbecue, grill. And you know what happens when we celebrate the white man holidays? Black people get shot. Every time black people celebrate the white man's holidays, you don't hear of white cookouts ending in gunfire. White hangouts ending in gunfire. But you know who gunfire you do hear? Ours. Chicago had 100 people got shot celebrating this. That's the goddamn fireworks going on. Verse 14. Ain't no Bible. He's saying himself. This transformed. The white man has transformed himself into an angel of light. That's why we come out here and say separate from the white man. You know why y'all can't separate from him? Because of this bastard right here. Because y'all think he's God. Number one, Jesus and God is two different people. They're not the same. Second, a Jew can never be white. The Bible said that Christ was so black as if he burned in a furnace. That's right. He had woolly hair. Have you ever seen this in the Bible? Yeah. Have you ever seen this? Yeah. Have you ever seen in the Bible that Jesus was black? Have you ever seen that? Yeah. Give me Revelation, the first chapter, the 13th verse. I show you. Your pastors have lied to you from the moment that they ever had you walk into that church. The moment that you walked into that church, the only thing the pastor ever wanted was your money. That's all. This is the picture of this is the picture of Caesar Borgia's second son. This is not the true image of Christ. He was gay. Not only was he gay, Michelangelo was his man, and he has sex with his sister. Now just imagine the image that they're gonna give you of Christ is a pedophile, is a homosexual, and sleeps with his own sister. That's how disgusting the white man is. That's right. But we worship him though. We believe that this is the image of Christ. Now I'm going to show you the real image of Christ. Read it. Ephesians chapter 1, verse 13. In the midst of 7 candlesticks. Now when you read Revelation verse 1, when you read Revelation verse 1, it says the revelation of Jesus Christ. Revelation means to reveal something. So it said in the midst of the 7 candles. Unto the Son of Man. So we know the Son of Man is talking about Jesus Christ. Keep reading. Clothed with a garment. Now to the foot. Clothed with a garment. Now to the foot. Let's talk about a garment. Anybody know about Israelite culture? We wore garments like this. Garments like this. So
but the thing about it,
all the way down. All right? Keep reading.
The 13th verse said he looked like the Son of Man. It ain't say he was the Son of Man.
With a golden girdle. This is what holds it together. That's the girdle.
Yeah, that's it.
That's why they wear that, to hold the garment together. Keep reading. Verse 14. His head and his hair. Now it's talking about his head.
Listen to this.
Hair, and his hair is talking about his beard. Go ahead. But white like wool. So now it says his head and his hair was white like wool. White is the color, wool is the texture. Now who got woolly hair? We do. Now, this image ain't got no goddamn woolly hair. This is brown hair. This is not woolly.
They saying that out of context.
Keep reading.
It ain't saying he got hair white. His hair white like wool. It ain't talking about texture. That's how they get you.
As a flame of fire. I mean, his eyes was red. These eyes ain't red. That's right too. Keep reading. And his feet like unto burnt bread. And it said his feet was like what? Unto burnt bread. Anybody got a penny? Anybody got a penny? We all know what the color of a penny is, right? Penny is brass. And it said his feet was like as the brass. Thank you. It's a penny, right? So it said his feet was this color, but it gets even more, right? As if they burn in the furnace. So now if you take this and burn it in the furnace, you got a very dark brown. That's the true image of Christ. So why would they make this image and then give you and tell you that this is Christ when it don't match the Bible? The story of Horus? The story of Horus, okay. Here's what Christianity does that the Bible does not do. When you talk about the story of Horus, I'm assuming because they make a comparison like the virgin birth and stuff like that. So they say Origin story is similar to Christ's story, right? The Bible doesn't back that up. Mary and Joseph had sex to bring forth Christ.
That's right!
It's like how you say how you got that baby, you got your sons, your husband had to lay with you to produce them children, right? That's the same way Christ was born. That's the way. Give me Hebrews 2 and 16. I'm going to show you how Christ was made, and I'm going to show you why he wanted to be made like that, right? And the reason why, let me tell you something, Christ said one of the most revolutionary things Christ said was that ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. And this one thing black people, we're tired of lies. Because lies is why we lies is why we celebrate Thanksgiving and Christmas. Think about when you celebrate Christmas. Because when y'all celebrate Christmas, you reinvigorate the white man's economy. Why do they call it Black Friday? So every black person can run to all the stores, buy up every gift they can find on the face of the planet, and as they buy that gift, the white man's economy, that's why, like, people think they call it Black Friday to symbolize black people. No. The reason why they call it Black Friday is because up until that point they were in the red, meaning in the danger of going bankrupt. And Black Friday gets them back into the black and rejuvenates them. We are their savior. And so from November, whatever the last day after Thanksgiving, up until Christmas, the white man's economy is reinvigorating. Thanks to us. That's why.
My thing is, Revelations don't say
so relieved when I didn't have to
that Jesus is black. It's not even talking about Jesus.
About $1,000 every year. Because black people go broke to celebrate Christmas, and then your kids break the gifts the same day. And then let me tell you what's even more disgusting about it. When you give the gifts to your kids, they don't even know that you got the gifts. Because you got to lie to the kids. And you got to tell them, a white man came down your goddamn chimney. When that man ain't got no chimney. So I want to know when you tell your kids the white man came. You can't tell them he came from the chimney. So you got to tell them he came down the chimney, came in and then gave gifts. Now what does that teach the young kids? To trust white people. To trust and love white people. And you take your little sons and sit them on the pedophiles' laps so they can take pictures. That's why white men love being Santa Claus. Every last Santa Claus is a pedophile. And they get to have them kids sit on their lap all goddamn day. All goddamn day. We boost their economy. But you can't back that up. And Christ wasn't born in the wintertime, he was born in the spring. Things are made new. That's when he was born. Read Hebrews 2:16.
Hebrews chapter 2, verse 16.
Now this is concerning the birth of Christ, and I'll show you where the prophet said Joseph was his father. I'll show you that read.
For verily he took on, not him, the nature of angels.
The Bible said that he didn't take on the nature of angels. Like they try to make it seem like Jesus is God in the flesh, right? Like God, and to say that he's God in the flesh is damn near to say, and then they also say the reason why he had to come down as God, because we couldn't follow God's instructions. So God had to come down himself to get us to follow the instructions. I know how stupid that sounds. That makes sense to y'all? Because then, why would Jesus didn't have to die for us? If Jesus died for our sins because we couldn't keep the law, why did he have to die for something that he knew we couldn't keep in the first place?
He didn't write down his book.
That's not uncommon. Moses didn't really write. We have a scribe. That's not uncommon. Okay, let me read this and I'll tell you about the letter J. Okay? Read the rest of that. Now I say he took not the nature of angels, but here's what Christ did take on.
But he took on him the seed of Abraham.
So now he didn't take on the nature of angels, but he took on the seed of Abraham. Now this is how black folk talk. What's a seed? A seed is your child. Like men always look at their son and say, that's my seed right there. So when it says he took not on the nature of angels, but the seed of Abraham, he had to have come through a man in order to come from Abraham. That's the only way. Keep reading.
Wherefore, in all things it behooved him to be made like unto his brother.
It said, in all things it behooved him to be made like his brothers. So how was we made? We was made through a man and woman having sex. So it behooved him to be made just like that. Not to be made. He didn't want to be special. That's why Christ grew up in the projects. If I was to make it today, like they said, can any good thing come out of Nazareth? That's how messed up Nazareth was when Christ was rolling. And Christ wanted to be in the ghetto with his people and give them what? A solution that would redeem them. You know what his solution was? separating from the white man.
That's right!
His solution was separating from the Romans. He didn't want to join the Romans. That's why the Sadducees and Pharisees killed him. Because he was convincing them not to love the white man. Why do you think they come up against us? Because we out here convincing y'all not to love the white man, but to love your brother. That's how much it was important to him. Now, letter J, right? Now, Jesus said, you got Joseph, even simpler than that. You got the word just, you got jump in the air, you got all kinds of letters that start with J. Here's how you get rid of that confusion. Jesus is just a translation of his name in Hebrew. Now Yahweh. Jesus in Hebrew is Yahawashai. That's how you say it in Hebrew. So it's Y-H-A-W-A-S-H-I. That's how you say his name. So when you translate it into another language, which Jesus is in Greek, you have to go with their letter. Now back then, it would be an I. It would be an I sound, but even the I sound would have a Y sound when you say it. So in the 1600s, whenever they created the letter J, that don't mean that Jesus didn't exist. That just means they added a letter in their translation. But to get the correct translation, you would go into the Hebrew, and when you read it in Hebrew, it's Yahawashai. So the American language creating the letter J does not negate Christ. That's just something that people use to try to discredit the Bible. A lot of people like to make it seem like the Bible is not real, but our slavery is real. Have you ever seen that? Well, it is the Israelites. Yeah. But it talks about, like the Bible talks about us being enslaved. Have you ever seen it? I'm going to show you. Give me the
Deuteronomy.
What I love about this Bible, if y'all ever want true history, read this one. And don't read it from the past. If you left the church and read the Bible, you'd be smarter than everybody else.
That's right!
They're not interested. The minute you walk in that church, all they thinking is your money. They got ATMs in the church. Y'all know that, right? They got every room, and they got the pastor's offering, the big mama offering, the anniversary offering, the tithe offering, the building fund. The building been built for 100 years. They got a building fund for that sucker every time. Don't they got a building fund? That's the problem with the church. And I tell you the law.
I would tell you, man, he got
tithe in the Old Testament. That's in the old law. So if tithe, if the law is done away with, why they still want your tithe? Because it's about money.
There's about 3 key points in that Bible I'm going to analyze and put together, and I'm going to make a video because when he talk about Jesus being black in the Bible, they don't talk about nobody Jesus being black in the Bible.
The word Egypt means bondage. That's a Greek word. The original name of that land was Mizraim or Tazaryach. All right, that's the original name. The reason why the Greeks called it Egypt is because they knew the history that we was enslaved. So it said we're gonna be brought into Egypt again. Now when it comes from Israel to Egypt, you don't have to take a ship there. You can walk to Egypt. But to get into a captivity again with ships, how did we get here to America? In slavery with ships. That's us. That's talking about us. It's gonna say more.
We wasn't the only ones brought over on ships.
And it said we're not going to see it no more. You know what it's talking about? Where's our homeland? That's what you say. You ask other people, they ain't going to tell you it's in Africa. They might say Egypt. They're going to name us tons of different places. But even when you say Africa, there's 50 countries in Africa. So exactly where would we go? So it's all a guess because we don't know where our home is because we've been destroyed. So it's saying we shall see it no more again. We're not going to see our homeland Israel no more again. And when it's saying no more again, like you can visit it, you can even move there. But when you go there, it's run by white people. It's not run by white people.
You shall be sold unto your enemies. You shall be sold unto your enemies.
Was we not sold over here in America? Was we not sold to our enemies in America? That's what this slavery sign is about. They used to have us in the auction block. This is how we got here. They used to call it school-like fashion. See how they got us lined up? See how they got us lined up? Well, I tell this story every time. Imagine being lined up like that, and when you got to go to the bathroom, they won't let you go. So you And the white man so demonic, he started throwing us over the boat. That's why sharks, to this day, still swim that trek that we took into slavery because of that blood being in the water. They still swim that trek. That's us being sold to our enemy.
Bond men and bond women.
What?
For bond men and bond women.
25, give me 35, give me 45. That's how they get sold. We got sold. The Bible never calls the white man anything but our enemy. That's who we got sold to. The problem with black people is we thought there was a time where the white man became our friend. When there was no equal pay, won't leave our nation, won't leave our school, won't leave nothing, and we still try to lose. Black people suffer from Stockholm syndrome. Stockholm syndrome is a psychological phenomenon when you get caught by your captor and you be captive under him so long that he do one thing nice for you. And because he did that one thing nice for you, you think about all the hell that he was doing, so you'll do anything to get that one nice thing. And that's what we do. You got questions?
Yeah, I got a question. The Bible says in John chapter 1, verse 12, but as many as received him,
Verse 11.
oh, no, I'm going to read it right now. Verse 11, he came unto his own, and his own received him not. But then it says, verse 12, but as many as received him, to them he gave power to become the sons of God. Even to them, that means also those that believe as well. Even to them that believe on his name, which were born not of the blood, nor of the will of the flesh, nor of the will of man, but of God. So if anybody believes in Jesus, that's telling you that he could be a son of God. So that's including every single nationality. That means whites, that means blacks, that means any type of race. So I just wanted to understand that type of concept.
Now when I talk, just don't get offended.
Oh, that's all right.
This is the problem with Christianity, right here. Y'all see everything that I spoke about what the Christian church does, he's the epitome of it, right? And I'm going to show you. I've sat out here the whole time I've been saying how black people got to come together, right? How we got to be united. And there's always one black person that wants the other nations to be joined to us. Out of all, now just imagine, I just got finished talking about our slavery in America, being sold to our enemies. And the first thing this brother wanted to talk about is still allowing the white man to be a part of us. That's the Stockholm syndrome that I was talking about. I'm going to answer your question. So now he brought up John 11, John 1 and 12. I asked him to start at verse 11. Everybody heard me say that, right? Now, John, no, you did. John 1 and 11 says he came unto his own. It didn't say he went to everybody. And it says his own received him not. Now, the Christian church would have you believe that him coming to his own and his own received him not means that every Israelite did not follow after Christ. But that's a lie. That's a lie. Do anybody know why they killed Christ? Anybody know why they killed Christ? Y'all need to know. You got John 11:49? Now wait, before you read that, after it says he came unto his own and his own received him not, right after that it says, but as many as did receive, the many as did receive is still his own. Meaning, if I go to all of y'all right now, right? I don't know, let's say if it's 20 of y'all, I'm coming to my own. Now let's say if my own received me not, now all of y'all did, but let's say 5 or 6 of y'all did. That's what it means when it says, but as many as did, them he gave the power. It's still my own. Yeah, I didn't leave y'all and then go to the white man. It's still my own. And it says, but as many as did not believe, excuse me, but as many as did believe, them he gave power. So if I'm speaking to all of y'all and half of y'all walk away, but the ones of y'all stay, I give y'all all the knowledge y'all need to understand the Bible. That's what that's saying.
And then it says, even to them that believe on his name. So that means...
Now, when it says, even to them that believe on his name, by any other name under heaven, you can't talk to the Most High. So when it says believe under his name, believe under Christ's name. It's not enough to just believe in the Most High no more. Under the old covenant, we will follow the law of Moses. Under this covenant, we follow under Christ. So believing in his name is believing that the Most High sent Christ to redeem us. Go ahead.
So that means everybody in this world can be saved no matter what.
No,
that's what it does
not. I'll show you. After I read John 11:49, so you can know why he got killed. Before you, let me finish answering this one. I ain't got no problem dealing with it. Okay, let's finish. Read the scripture.
Jeremiah chapter 11, verse 49. And one of them named captain, being the high priest, that same year.
Now, when you read a couple of verses above this, everybody know Christ woke Lazarus from the dead. Y'all familiar with that? Yeah. When he raised him from the dead. When Christ raised Lazarus from the dead, that's an Israelite, by the way. All the people saw that, by the way. And all the people was ready to follow Christ once he raised that man from the dead. The Sadducees and Pharisees saw that, and then they conspired. That's what we're about to read right now.
Said unto them, ye know nothing at all, nor consider that it is expedient for us that one man should die.
That who?
That one man should die.
We know Christ is the one that died. This is the Pharisees saying it is expedient that one man should die. Go ahead.
For the people. For the people.
Not for everybody, but for the Israelites. Now, this is a wicked bastard prophesying that this one man Christ is going to die for his people. I'm not for
all right.
Keep going.
And that the whole nation.
And that the who?
And that the whole nation.
That the whole nation of Israel. Go ahead.
Perish not.
Perish not. Keep going. It's only a little.
No, that's all right.
Keep going.
And this spake he not of himself.
Meaning, when it say he spake not of himself, he's prophesying from the Most High. Keep going.
But being high priest again, he prophesied that Jesus should die for that nation.
Now, it says Jesus should die for that nation. Keep going.
And not for that nation only.
And not for that nation only. Right. Because remember, when Christ was walking during that time in Jerusalem, there was only 2.5 tribes, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Right. The other tribes were scattered and separated, and they became the Gentiles that Paul talks about. Y'all know how Paul talks about Gentiles in the Bible? Right. The Gentiles that he's talking about is the scattered Israelites that were separated. Right. And he's going to prove it.
But then also, he should gather together.
That he should gather together, go ahead.
In one. The children of God.
The children of who?
The children of God.
Keep going.
That was scattered.
That was what? Who was scattered? We are the children of God. Israel in Hebrew is Yasha'al, which literally transfers the Yah is he, the Shah is prince, the Allah is God, meaning he's a prince of the power or a son of God. We are the sons of God. Now you got the floor.
All right. Now, this is where this verse contradicts what you just said. In Romans,
what verse you read?
Romans chapter 8, verse 14.
Right.
But I'm going to start at 13 until 15. 13 says, for if ye live after the flesh, ye shall die. But if ye through the Spirit do mortify the deeds of the body, ye shall live. Now look what the next verse says. For as many as are led by the Spirit of God, they are the sons of God. So whoever's led by the Spirit of God, they're the sons of God.
Absolutely.
Then look what the next verse says. For ye have not received the spirit of bondage again to fear, but ye have received the spirit of adoption, whereby we cry, Abba, Father. So that's telling you right there, whoever receives the Spirit of God, they're adopted. They're adopted. That's a fact. That's a fact.
That's right.
So that means if I'm a sinner and I repent and I receive the Spirit of God, I'm a son of God. That's what I was trying to say. That it doesn't. Right here, it's saying it doesn't matter what race you are.
Can I respond?
You can respond.
Y'all notice he said the spirit of adoption. Right. He's going about the part where he read in verse 13 and 14 when he says this not of the flesh but of the spirit. He's correct. Right. This is not a fleshly battle that we're fighting. Right. It's a spiritual battle. So he's right when he says that. Right. The part that he's incorrect is giving that spirit to anybody other than Israelites. Oh. What's your nationality?
I'm Dominican.
No sweat. So he's covered. I ain't got to get it. So now, let me just answer his question. I want to focus on the adoption. Right. Because you're using the adoption because you will agree that the Israelites had the covenant first. I'm going by what I believe
They did.
But now, because of Christ, everybody could be adopted.
Everybody could be adopted.
Right? Give me Romans 9.
Romans chapter 9, verse 3. After which, that myself were accursed from Christ.
Now, this is Romans the 9th chapter. This is Paul saying he wished that he was accursed from Christ, meaning he wished that he was separated from Christ. Agree? For his brothers, this is Paul talking about. Now, they like to say Paul talking to everybody. Paul said, for my brothers, go ahead. My kinsmen, another word for family, go ahead.
According to the flesh.
So now he's telling you that the brother and the kinsman that he's talking about is according to his flesh, meaning his family. Right. That's what he's talking about. And if you don't understand that, the next verse,
who
Everybody with me, right?
Okay.
Read.
So who pertaineth the adoption?
So who pertaineth what?
The adoption.
He said the adoption, right? Who did the adoption pertain to? The Israelites. Why would they need that adoption? Because we broke the covenant. When you read Jeremiah 31 and 31, it says we broke the old covenant. So he would make a new covenant. I'm going to give one more scripture. Give me Hebrews 9 and 15. And then I think I'm going to pause you. And I'm going to take her question. She had a question. I'm going to come back to you.
All right, come back to you.
She got raised her hand, right, sis? Okay, so I'm going to just read this last scripture and I'm going to take your question. All right? You got Hebrews 9 and 15? And I'm going to show you who Christ died for. It's going to tell you. And listen, don't feel no kind of way. You my brother.
No.
Right here.
I don't feel that. I don't feel that
Right
way.
here, all right? Listen, I grew up Christian. I thought, my daddy used to teach me to be a racist, and my biggest battle was I actually loved Christ. But I loved him. Like Romans 10 and 1 says, we have a zeal for the Most High, but not according to knowledge. So because of this image, move this back to the body. So because of this image, I couldn't hate the white man like my daddy was teaching me because of this image. Once I found out that the white man lied to me, it freed me. You know what happened when I took that love from him? I was able to give it to all of y'all. Because you need more love than us. Like you battling me about saving everybody, the Dominicans need more love than the white man. Huh? That's right. Straight up like that. Yo, them Haitians that's on the same island as you need more love than the white man. You saving the wrong people. 9 and 15.
White man in these shelters.
This Hebrews chapter 9, and I'm using Paul's words because people use
White man in these shelters. We are.
Hebrews 9 and 15.
White man in these shelters.
What he's called is the mediator.
Christ is the mediator. You know, you need a mediator whenever you can't get along with somebody. You got to have a middleman and be the broker between the two. So Christ is the mediator between us and the Most High. The Most High ain't going to speak to us. So Christ come as the mediator. So he's going to talk to the Most High. He's going to talk to us. We're going to listen to him. And then that's going to be that. So he's the mediator. Read.
Of the New Testament.
Of the New Testament. Christ is the mediator of the New Testament. Read.
That by means of death.
That by means of his death, go ahead. For the redemption, to redeem was to redeem. So now, he's the mediator of the New Testament for the redemption, go ahead.
Of the transgression.
Of the transgressions, go ahead.
That were under the first testament. That were under the first testament.
Under the first testament. Right? Everybody agreed that they were under the first testament, right? So he's the mediator of the New Testament for those that were under the Old Testament. That he can only be for the Israelites now too. That's plain and simple. Now I'm gonna pause you for a second. I'm gonna take you this way.
Yeah.
What's your question? No, you can take it. I'm good. Right.
What you think, bro?
You wanna know about it?
What you think?
Christopher Columbus
Hold
was
on.
Satan in the flesh.
That's right.
Let me tell you what they teach you about Christopher. What they teach you about Christopher Columbus is that he thought the earth was flat. And he wanted to go sail the world. And then he found America. And when he found America, he got with the pilgrims. And the pilgrims taught him how to hunt and plant. And then they had this festival to commemorate it called Thanksgiving. You're familiar with that, right? Now let me give you the truth. Christopher Columbus never thought the earth was flat. That's a lie. Christopher Columbus read this Bible, and he knew that there was a land over here called Marshall. They call it America today. It used to be called Marshall. And when they came over here, give me the black English. I'm going to give you his own word. When they came over here, the first thing he said was, I took some of the natives by force. That's the first thing them Spaniards did when they came over here. And then he said this. He said, when I observed them, I didn't find a more peaceable people on the planet, is what he said. And then he said, they must be made to work, is what he said. And he took 1,100 Taino Indians by force to Spain. Like the transatlantic slave trade didn't start from Africa to America. The transatlantic slave, when you get it, the page, this is from a book called Black Indians, right? Now observe this book, right? This is page 26, I'm gonna read for you, all right? It says, for the people of the Americas, the arrival of Barbados, a blessing. On his first day, October 12, 1492, the explorer wrote his diary. I took some of the natives by force. He later
have found the original inhabitants to be traceable, peaceable, and concluded there is not in the world a better nation. That's what he said about the natives. Then he said his response as a European, meaning his response as a white man, was to say that the Indians must be made to work and adopt our ways. You want to know why they captured in the Hispanic tribes? Because they forced this. I'm going to keep reading. It says that the Christopher Columbus, whose unique seamanship and courage had opened the Americas to European penetration, also began the transatlantic slave trade. And he wrote enthusiastically to King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella about the business possibility. Do y'all know insurance companies were started with the slave trade? The AIGs and all of them, all of that. You know why they started it? Because we had to be insured. Because when they took, I'm going to show you why. Let me read that part first. When he loaded 1,100 Taino men and women aboard 4 Spanish ships, the crowding and the stormy Atlantic crossing took a fearful toll. Only 300 survived. So out of that 1,100, only 300 survived. And you know what they said? But Columbus and Spain had decided to continue the profitable slave trade. You know why? Because it's all free labor. So whether all 1,100 survived, only 300 survived. That's all free labor to them. And he said, I want to get the other part. He said the name of Blessed Trinity. It said, I'm sorry. Give me where it says Blessed Trinity. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Then it says, from here, in the name of the Blessed Trinity, you know what that Trinity was? They believe in that Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, and all that nonsense. In the name of that, it says, in the name of the Blessed Trinity, we can send all the slaves that can be sold. So they started taking the Taino Indians, the Native Indians, the Mexican Indians, the Cuban Indians, and brought them over to Spain and enslaved them. And when they got finished bringing them over there, you know where they went to next? They went to Africa. And they teach you that you're African. That's a lie. You're not African. You never could be African. In 78, in 70 AD, over 1 million black Jews fled from Israel into Africa. And we always knew who we were. That's why y'all give me out some homework. Go Google the land of Judah. And you're going to see that there was a part in Africa. And we fled on the west coast of Africa. They named it the land of Judah because we knew who we was. What's the first thing they made us do when we came over there? We couldn't read, we couldn't write. Because what they know about that Bible is that if we would have ever remembered that we was the Israelites and prayed to the Most High, just like he redeemed us out of Egypt, he would redeem us out of America. So they totally wiped out our history, they wiped out our culture. They don't even teach that about us.
Don't the Tainos the people?
Yeah, the Taino Indians are the so-called Puerto Ricans today. The Puerto Ricans today are the Taino Indians of that day. You got the page over there? This is page 84. This is page 84. This is a good book, Babylon and Timbuktu. In the year 65 BC, the Roman armies under General Pompey captured Jerusalem. In 70 AD, General Vespasian and his son Titus put an end to the state with great slaughter. During the period, the military governors of Palestine, many outrages and atrocities were committed against the residue of the people. During that period, from Pompey to Julius, it's been estimated that over 1 million Jews fled into Africa. We knew exactly who he was in Africa. That's why some of our brothers are still over there. And I won't call myself African, and I won't call Africans my brother. But I will say my brothers are in Africa. No different than I won't say I'm American. We're not American. We're black in America. Everybody see the difference in what I'm saying? That's not to negate my brothers that's over there, but we're just not Africans. They're a different set of people. Who y'all think sold us to the white man?
That's right.
Like, think about the dichotomy when you want to be African, but then forget that the Africans, the Arabs, and the white men are all a part of the transatlantic slave trade. So when you call yourself African, when you wear that when you want to be Amun-Ra and all of that, you're just joining another enemy to you. And what do Africans do to black people over here?
Nothing.
They look at you like you nothing. They look at you like you slow. They look at you like, what's wrong with? Why you pull yourself up? We try to join them. I'm gonna give you another one. Y'all know the island of Haiti, right? Now the island of the Haitians is the tribe of Levi. Those are my brothers. Those are your brothers too. Now, y'all know they tried to join the African Union. Y'all know that? African Union been established since 1969. 55 countries, all unified. The Africans love to say that we are part of them sometimes, but it benefits them. When the Haitians wanted to join them, they told the Haitians, you're not African enough. They would not let them join them. But we love to be African. That's the slave mentality that we have. It's damn near like we want to attach ourselves to something. Like we don't know who we are. That's why you ask black people who they are, they can't tell you. They'll say I'm Dominican. Well, the minute that you say you Israel, most people have a problem with that because there's laws that come with it. There's people you can love, people you gotta hate. You gotta hate what God hates. Like to tell you that God is all love is idiotic to me because if God was all love, where's our love at? If God loves everybody, why only the white man prospers? Why is there two different types of a neighborhood, the ghetto and the suburbs? The suburbs is beautiful, trees grow and everything. You go into the ghetto, it's hard to find. Why is there that difference? Why are we on the bottom? Why can the Chinese man come over here and get rich? We've been here all this time, we're still poor. Why would we try to rally and gather ourselves together? They always want to put the white man in. Or if we bring up slavery, they tell us what? The past got to be the past. What they tell y'all about 9/11? They would never forget. What they tell y'all about the Jewish Holocaust? They have a memorial every year. About 6 million Jews that wanted to be black. Hitler should have burned them. Should have killed them. I think all white people should die. The earth would be a better place when there's no white people around. You ask the animals.
I agree 100%.
I know why animals become extinct?
100%.
Because the white man kill all of them.
Still got the blacks that love whites. You still got the blacks that love whites. So they gonna come against the ones that, you know.
And kill all the Cape buffalo. The white man is a virus on the planet.
Damn, I always say that shit.
You have to eradicate the white man. So did I answer your question?
I always say that, man. White man is a cancer to the planet.
Right.
Well, when I was growing up in Jamaica, there was always a saying amongst black Jamaicans that it was black people selling black people.
Right.
But I didn't understand what they were talking. What they meant is that the African sold us over here.
I'm not going to say that I agree with the Hebrew Israelite philosophy, but a lot of the stuff he say, you know, it's the spot, man. Especially about those damn prisons.
The minute the white man can trick 2 + 2, he gonna trick that shit to you understand? Now, brother, do you have another question or anybody else have a question? Okay,
I want it.
No sweat, sis.
Can you break down Revelation?
I just did a little while ago. Okay, Revelations 13 and 1 and 13. He said he had eyes like red fire. He had hair like wool and a beard and his skin was so black.
You say he had eyes like red fire.
What's that?
And it ain't talking about texture. It don't talk about texture, man. I'm telling you. Read through that real good.
Well, he was
say he had hairs. He said his hair and his hair was white light or white lights. It did not say it was the same texture.
Yeah, that's all right. Who else? Sis? You got 2. I'm just trying to get everybody.
Yeah, you're trying to get everybody. I don't know.
I'm gonna put this shit together, boy. I'm telling you, I ain't gonna just come out like right now because you kick my ass. But I'm gonna put this shit together. It's a cold.
Okay, let me expound it on you. Satan is an angel, right? A lot of people, they teach that there was fallen angels, that some angels came and fought against the Most High. If an angel could fight against God, then he's not God. Understand? Because he's like the word God, let me just break it down. The Lord's name is Yahweh in Hebrew. The word God just means power, angel, authority, or messenger. So that's why we call him the Most High God. God because there is no power above him. So if the Most High power created the angels, how could they ever overthrow him to even go to war with him? There is no such thing as fallen angels. Satan works for the Most High. And he's not the only spirit. I wouldn't use the word energy, I would use spirit, but it's the same thing, so to speak. So the angel Satan does the job of the Most High because the Lord wants to prove whether you would serve him or serve something else. You understand? Like any father, you're a parent, so you give your parent your children, right? Now, do you want to walk them by the hand and make sure they keep the rules? Or do you want them to do it because you said so? That's the Most High. So now, Satan is not no angel. You don't die and go to hell and then some guy with a pitchfork. That's something the white man did. Now, the white man did cut black people up and put them in the cauldron. Like that's where they get that whole pit and boiling and cauldron and all that, because that's what the white man did to us. You can read that in the book of Maccabees. But as far as the Satan angel or spirits, there are spirits that can entice you. But now, the same way you get that enticement, what do you also get? You get that spirit telling you not to do it too. That's the Lord. That's the Most High. Because we all have a spiritual life. You go to commit murder, before you do it, there's something telling you not to do it. Just like there's something telling you to. You go to steal, it's the same exact thing. It's all a matter of what you listen to. You can find what I'm saying in the book of Zechariah, the 3rd chapter, the first 4 verses, and in the book of Jude, verses 7 and 8, where they both break down how there's a spirit on the left hand and a spirit on the right hand. We're supposed to listen to that right always. But it's not an angel that you die and go down to. But I wouldn't call it energy, I would call it spirit. Okay? Now let me get the brother. The brother got a question.
Yeah, this goes back to the whole race and bondage thing and why I don't believe that. I love you guys, but I don't believe that. Galatians chapter 4, verse 3 through 9. I want to tell him because I'm going to read it, but I want to tell Galatians chapter 4, verses 3 through 9.
All right. Don't sweat, bro. On the fly, if you got any questions. We got a cookout fly. I got one. I got it? All right, I'm fine. I look forward to seeing you.
Yeah, I wanted to hear it, you know.
Like she gotta call them up and talk, man. Like this right here, like
any teaching, Malachi York. No, for those that don't know, Malachi York.
come on, this is a whole nother subject.
I know you said you don't believe that. I've interviewed 4 to 5 people about them actually being molested by Malachi York. So you don't want to follow. Like following him is like following Eddie Long. I know Eddie Long molested kids too. So you want to be careful of that. All right. Any more questions? Just give me a call. All right. Now back to you. Galatians 4 and 16. You said right?
Yeah. And so everybody that didn't hear me.
Can you step up a little bit?
For anybody that didn't hear me, that's why I don't believe in the race thing, and God wants to save everybody. That's why I want to read it.
Before you ask your question about Galatians 4, right? You said you don't believe in the race thing, right? Where did the races come from?
I don't know. You tell me.
Who created man?
God.
So where did the races come from?
It didn't come from God.
You sure?
Positive.
We read Genesis.
But wait, hold up. I wanna read this. Let me read this, please.
I'm just calling the scripture.
No, yeah, because I want to read scriptures.
This is quick.
All right. Go ahead.
This is important because
I didn't want to divert.
It's not going to divert. We're on the subject. You said you don't believe in races.
Yeah.
So my question to you was, who created the races?
That has to do with the word bondage, as you say, Egypt means bondage.
I got you. But you said who created the races?
Yeah.
Right? You got oh, y'all got. You don't need somebody sharp to put on your phone. I'm gonna show you, but read the scripture and I'll probably get that.
Galatians chapter 4, verse 3. I want everybody to hear this real quick.
I'm listening.
Even so, verse 3 through 9.
Even all 9?
Yeah, 3 through 9, 6 verses.
Can you give me like the 4? That's like a lot of.
Yeah, I gotta pick up my son.
I'm
not even kidding you.
Hold on.
I'm not kidding. Yeah.
No,
go ahead.
I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read it regardless.
Give me the gist.
Answer some of the
Look. I just want you to.
I'm gonna read it. Okay. Even so, we.
It's important.
I got time. Even so, we when we were. Chapter 4, verse 3 through 9.
Okay, go ahead.
Even so, we when we were children were in bondage under the elements of the world. We're in bondage to the elements of the world. That's what it says. But when the fullness of the time was come, God sent forth his son, made of a woman, made under the law, to redeem them that were under the law, that we must receive the adoptions of sons.
And because verse 5 again?
To redeem them that were under the law, that we might receive. To redeem them that were under the law. All right. I got it. Look. To redeem them that were under the law, that we might receive the adoptions of sons. Wow. And because ye are sons of God, our sons, God hath sent forth his spirit of his son into your hearts, crying, Abba, Father. Wherefore thou art more a servant, but a son. But if a son, then an heir of God through Christ. Howbeit then, when ye knew not God, ye did service unto them which by nature are no gods. Now this is the last verse. Look what it says. But now, after that ye have known God, or rather are known of God, how turn ye again to weak and bigotry elements, whereunto ye desire again to be in bondage?
So what's your question?
So it's telling you right here that bondage is the elements of the world. If you go back to the elements of the world, that means you desire to be in bondage.
Who goes back?
Any one of us.
That's not what the scripture
That's what it says right here.
Read verse 5 again.
Holy smoke. To redeem them that are under the law.
So who are we talking about?
Them under the law.
Who?
What's the law?
Say who?
What's the law?
I'm asking you.
Us.
No. In the Bible, there's a them in that Bible. Who's the them?
No, but
Who's under the law?
I believe the same as you, my friend.
So it's only talking about Israelites. That's not talking about everybody.
Maybe
so
you
when
do.
you're saying being under bondage, you're correct. You know what they would be under
Maybe you
bondage?
do believe the same thing he believes. Let him explain it. Let him explain it.
Or the Zeus God. No different than today. You're under the Christian God. Because you're not under the God of the Bible. That's why you keep trying to find something that helps your cause. But the verse that you read is talking about redeeming them under the law. So everything after that is about the people that were under the law, which were Israelites.
So what it says about the bondage right here?
The bondage
is bondage, right? According to this.
Bondage is the spiritual bondage that you put yourself under by following false idols.
No, but that's what I'm saying. You're telling me something that's not in the Bible. The Bible
You said none of us are Israelites.
Come again?
None of us are Israelites.
We came from Israelites, man, but we're all Europeanish, obviously.
But what? Give me
Just
better
put that to him.
examples.
As soon as he finishes, just tell him.
Okay, give me some.
I ain't gonna tell him nothing, man. He's gonna correct me. I ain't
Fornication.
fucking
Well, wait a minute. If he's going to correct you, that means you're wrong.
False religion.
I'm listening.
So when I said Christianity,
That's why I'm here.
Yeah, no, you said he's going to correct you.
If he corrects me,
that you put yourself
I
under.
don't.
That means you're wrong.
But if I
But then you add that now.
then I'm learning.
I'm sorry. Listen.
Then I'm learning.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that means
That means I'm learning,
Go
correct?
further, you said the nations. Remember, I told
That
you
means
the
I'm
nations
learning.
were created by the Most High. You got the verse? Read it.
Genesis chapter 10, verse 32.
Now, when you read the beginning of Genesis 10, everybody familiar with the flood, right?
Absolutely.
So you had Ham, Shem, and Japheth. Ham produced sons that became the progenitors of the Africans, for example. Shem produced sons that became the progenitors eventually for us. Japheth produced sons became the progenitor of like the Hawaiians, for example. So when you read Genesis 10, it's giving you all of their sons that they had and what they became. This is the last verse, read.
These are the families of the sons of Noah. After their generations, in their nations.
After the generations in their nations, go ahead.
And by these were the nations divided in the earth. Were the nations divided in the earth.
It say by these were the nations divided in the earth. Go ahead.
After the flood.
After the flood. So when they were divided, that's why you have different races. Who created those races? The Most High created those races.
Yeah.
So if he created those races...
Can you say that again?
I said these were the nations that were divided.
Who divided the
The
nation?
Most High divided the nations.
The Most High? The Most High
Yeah,
divided?
God divided the nations. So whereas in the normal family line, Noah's 3 sons, their sons' sons, and their sons' sons, they would all be related.
Did you get that?
Because they come from the same mother.
Yeah, I got it.
yeah, same mother.
But the Most High is dividing those nations. So that's why they're separated to this day. So now if he divided those nations, did he pick a special one?
No.
He did not.
I don't think so. But I do agree that Israel was the one who chose.
I don't want it to.
But did he, I'm asking, did he pick a special nation? I use the word special.
Israel was the one he chose.
The nation of Israel is who he chose. Did he choose anybody to hate?
No.
He did not. Romans 9 and 13. Listen, don't feel bad. I like that you're asking these questions. I hope that you wake up and throw that Christianity in the garbage. That's right. Love your Dominican brothers. Love your Haitian brothers. Love your Negro brothers.
What happened to Argentina? Why is Argentina not up there?
Hey.
I told you Argentina is covered.
It's not, but it's not up there.
Are you a Spaniard?
No, yo soy de Argentina puro, de Buenos Aires.
Argentina to Chile. What nationality are you?
Okay.
I didn't see it. You were covering it. I'm not all right now.
I'm going to show you. You said God don't hate.
Okay.
And let me tell you something.
I'm okay.
Okay, I said, does he hate the people? You said, all right. Okay, so now, this is the problem. They teach you that God don't hate and God got to love everybody. Does the white man forgive the Arabs for what they did? No. Did the Jewish man forgive the Germans for what they did?
Heck no.
So why do they want us to forgive the white man? We don't hate the white man. Listen, I don't hate the color white. We read white pages. This is white. I ain't got nothing on this white. But I don't hate the color white. We hate white people for the crimes that they committed, that we have not gotten any justice for. Not only have we ain't got no justice, there ain't never been an apology from the white man. And I don't mean apology by mouth. They were so sorry for the Jewish man that after the German war was over, they split Palestine in half. You know why? Because in order for a nation that had been oppressed by another nation, the only way for that nation to get free is to be separated from them. So they had to put them somewhere far away and then supply them so that they can now build themselves up. That's why America still supplies Israel to this day. They have not done that for black people. They tried, like when they so-called free slaves, 40 years from removal, you had colleges, you had cities, you had all this stuff established by black people.
That's sick, man. You blowing smoke on people's face, man.
He said, I can't let them be separated from me because then they'll be stronger and more powerful.
We about to put it down.
And what did he start doing? Great integration. Had that sellout Negro Martin Luther King eradicate black people. Martin Luther King was a death sentence to black people. And I know that'd be a hard pill for us to swallow. But Martin Luther King taught you, if the white man punch you in the face, let him punch you in the other face. Right. All for what? To piss in the same bathroom that he pissed in? To drink from the same water fountain? To drink from the same water fountain, we had to have dogs sick on us. To drink, hold on. To drink from the same water fountain, we had to have dogs sick on us. To vote, remember they want us to vote too. What vote has ever helped black people? No vote has ever helped black people at all, has it? Nothing. What did we gain from it? When they put Obama in office, what did Obama do for black people? Nothing.
Confusion, buddy, confusion.
Hey, he did give $400 billion to white folks though. He did let black people, he did allow homosexuality. The first president to legalize homosexuality was an African.
And that's not right.
And we paraded Obama around like he was Jesus Christ.
But that's not
now, the
right.
brother said, God don't hate the people. That's what he said.
Romans chapter 9, verse 13. As it is written.
As it is written, meaning what Paul is quoting is from the Old Testament. That's why he's saying.
Man, you gotta watch that smoke,
and
man.
the fact that Paul is emphasizing this, let you know that Paul
it's bothering a lot of people. I see people waving.
Jacob have I loved.
It's talking about Jacob. It's talking about these 12 tribes. Jacob have I loved. Jacob and Israel is the same person. Keep reading. And he loved Jacob. Go ahead.
But Esau have I hated.
Esau? Esau is the so-called white man or Edomites. Esau, they call him, he dwell in the cleft of the rock. What do they call a white man? Caucasian. Because he dwell in the cleft of the rock. And the Bible just said, Esau have I what?
Esau have I hated.
So they say God don't hate the people. It just said, Esau have I hated. Read the next verse.
And shall we say then?
Again, from the top.
And shall
we
say
about to go down right now.
And what shall we say then? Because when I say the white man, God hates the white man, it said, what shall we say then? Read.
Is there unrighteousness?
Right, man.
It said their unrighteousness with God.
I don't know if you know his
God
reputation.
Unrighteous because he hates the white man.
I don't know if you know the captain
This
reputation.
is Paul saying. Read.
I don't agree with the Israelites, but
God forbid. This is why. Go ahead.
For he said to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy.
If he's the Most High, he has the right to have mercy on whom he will have mercy. Read.
And I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion.
And I will have compassion on whom So when you say God doesn't hate the race of people, that's a lie.
All right, you answered my question. Now I got one question, and I'm gonna give you an answer. No, let's agree on this. Look, the wisdom to gain wisdom. How is that? Can you answer that? And I'm gonna give the most high. Through the fear of God, right? All right. This is what the Bible says.
But now, before you read that, I need to understand what is your angle to save the white man? I just want to know.
Hold on, I'm gonna answer that.
Save the white man.
To gain wisdom. Look. To gain wisdom is through have fear through God.
That's the beginning. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
Now, this is what it says. The fear of the Lord is to hate evil, pride, and arrogancy, and the evil way and the forward mouth do I hate. So racism is evil.
Where does it say racism is evil?
Racism is not evil? It's not?
I don't have a problem with the white man being racist. Racist by definition means that you believe your race is superior and you prefer them first. There's nothing wrong with that. So to not be a racist is to say that I don't prefer black people first. And when I say black, I'm talking about all my black people.
I know, I understand.
So now, I prefer you first. What's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with that, because God preferred Israel first.
Now I'm going to expound on it. The reason why you think when I say racism is evil, because of the reputation that the white man put on his racism. The white man's racism is lynching, killings, raping, abortions. That's his version of
So
racism.
there's two different racisms.
No, that's the white man's racism. You know why the Arabs drop bombs? Because the white man's racism is to destroy Palestine.
All right, I don't want to cut you off. I'm off.
You done?
Yeah, I was nice talking to you.
All right, no sweat, brother. No sweat. You do that. All right.
God bless you guys.
I told you, bad boy.
Yeah, I got it.
Cook out, man.
I know, August 5th.
And leave white folk alone.
I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that.
I told you, you bad boy.
That's Stockholm Syndrome.
I'm not going to do
Y'all
that.
see the problem? Give me Isaiah 1 and 3. It's my last scripture.
I'm out, boys. I'm out. Yo, God
Give me
bless you.
Isaiah 1 and 3.
He said, hey, yeah.
This my last scripture.
He was like, this one right here gonna do it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put him down with this one.
He thought it was.
I was like, no.
When you try to love the white man, you'll always fail. That's why I brought up your Martin Luther King. That's why I brought up, you can bring up anybody that teaches you to love the white man, we always suffer at that end.
Right.
Martin Luther King is why we can't even fight no more. The minute you go to fight, what they say? Well, Martin Luther King was non-violent. Yeah, bro.
But why did the black people listen to Martin Luther King though? Why were they so free?
Y'all know we didn't put Martin Luther King up there. The white man put Martin Luther King up there. That's why. Why we follow Obama? Ain't nobody know who the goddamn Obama was. The white man put, because the white man put him up there. That's why we follow. And it's been hell for us. We so downtrodden and destroyed. And that's why ISUPK, that's why we come out on the streets, because the only way you can attack or wake up black people is to be where black people is at. You can't do that online. You can't do that from the pulpit. We got to be out here on the streets where everybody else is at. And then we got to give something to counter what Martin Luther King did. Because the minute you and all we saying, let's think about this, they call us a hate group. When all we saying is to give your love to black people and stop giving it to white people. Hasn't the white man gotten enough love from us?
Too much.
Like, how much love do we have to continue? We ain't hit a white man. We don't tell nobody to beat up white people, shoot white people, kill white people. Don't tell them to do none of that. Just don't give your love. Won't even tell you to quit your job. You go work your job, work your 9 to 5. You know your supervisor at your job, he hates your guts too.
I can't look at his ass.
But you know what he do? He come work his 9 to 5, and that economic growth that he get, he pumps to white America. Our economic growth pumps who? White America.
White America.
Our economic growth got to pump our life. That's our whole goal. And we're called racist for that. You got the scripture, Isaiah 1 and 3, read that please.
Isaiah chapter 1, verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner.
This is what's wrong with black people. The Lord is about to say something. He said the ox knoweth his owner. Go ahead.
And the ass his master's crib.
And he said the ass his master's crib. Those are two dumbest animals. An ox and a donkey. That's what an ass is. He said that now they know their owner, meaning they know who owns them. Keep reading.
But Israel,
the children of Israel, go ahead,
doeth not know.
We don't know who owns us.
We too busy letting this bastard own us. Or we letting Kemet own us. Or we letting Allah own us. Or we letting 5%ers own us. Or some God body or whatever, or atheism. We letting all of that own us instead of the one that would actually put us on top. When I read Deuteronomy the 28th chapter, the first verse says, if we was to keep the commandments of God, we'd be number one. We'd be above every nation on the face of the planet. But it also said, if we broke his commandments, we'd be on the bottom. Who's on the bottom? Black people. So we're going to stay on that bottom. All right? Thank you.
Okay.
That's the man right there. That's the man right there.
Racism works. How much y'all want to understand? Let me tell you something. First of all, God is a racist according to the Bible.
That's the man right there. I don't agree with the Hebrew Israelite philosophy, but that right there is one badass. This brother Sakim up in Harlem, New York, signing out from Key Life Productions. Peace.